Sword of Dawn has landed. Welcome back to another episode of our Rimworld series. On our last episode, we finished building the Gravship and escaped from the glowforest, and now we've landed what appears to be a mixed biome between a swamp and a temperate forest. The Gravship is landed next to a large lake in what appears to be a swampy area. Plans are laid out to expand the Gravship, as well as an animal pen to hold their Boomlos and pet cow Moo Moo. What happens next? Let's find out together. While landing the Gravship, Kalios accidentally overheated the engine. The Gravship will recover in time, but for the time being they'll be stuck here in the swamp. The colonists unload wood and work on building a fenced-in area to hold their animals. Now that they are out of the eternal darkness of the glowforest, they can finally plant some food crops. Growing zones are laid out next to the Gravship. They decide to plant rice, strawberries, and corn plants. But before the fence can be finished, Chugi decides to crash out. She decides to wander around for a bit to cope with the stress. It seems that she's upset about being forced into the tiny Gravship with all the animals and people. Once the animal pen is finished, Twin and Downright lead the animals into it. It's time for them to eat fresh green grass. The colonists begin to expand the Gravship and build some proper rooms to sleep in. They lay out graphite panels of steel and begin to expand the Gravship. After all, it will be their home for the foreseeable future. They needed to make sure it was more livable. Unfortunately, they aren't able to get far before they are attacked. A raid from the Horrocks cultists, servants of an ancient evil. The cultists want to use a psychic ritual to kidnap a colonist. If they succeed, there's no telling what cruel fate will await the person they kidnap. They will have to kill the cultists before they can complete their evil ritual. It's time to fight. The colonists are drafted and run towards the cultists, intent on ending this twisted and dark ritual. The cultists begin to chant in an evil language. As they approach, two cultists notice them and rush towards them. The cultists carry a twisted-looking mace and knife, their intent clear. Kalios slows them with a psychic burden while the other colonists shoot at them. Twin rushes forward to defend Virgil, stabbing the cultist with a knife. Working together, the colonists kill the two cultists, but a third one's coming now. Another cultist falls, but the rest are still continuing their dark ritual. The colonists close the distance and begin to attack them. Downright suffers a mental break. Perhaps the dark ritual is affecting his mind. They need to finish this fight quick. Twin lunges forward and stabs the chanting cultist, interrupting the ritual. It can no longer be completed. It's time to end this. Working together, the colonists kill the last two cultists. Another successful defense for the Raiders of Dawnfire. Twin makes sure that none of the cultists survive. He stabs the dying cultists again and again, making sure they won't get back up. The battle is won. Twin and Virgil both suffer heavy injuries, and Virgil has lost a finger. Still, it could have been much worse. The two men patch up their injuries, grateful to be alive after the horrible battle. The next day, Twin has recovered enough and decides to help out by planting some corn. They'll need more food after all. Chugi has recovered from her mental break. She begins to work on the Boomlos, milking them for chem fuel. This will help them power their Gravship. Virgil crashes out. He decides to take out his anger on the animals by slaughtering them. Obviously, Chugi won't allow this to happen, and shoots him in the back twice. This brings him down, ending the crash out. She then rescues him, carrying him back to the Gravship. Late in the night, Kilios mines steel to help build the Gravship. That very same night, a transport pod crashes outside the Gravship. It's a woman named Maria. She's badly injured and needs help. If they rescue her, they can earn some goodwill with their faction. This might help them out later on. Twin goes out that night to rescue her, carrying her back to the Gravship. He lays her down and patches up her wounds, stopping her from bleeding to death. At midnight the next day, the Frembo gets sick from the flu, but Frembos are strong creatures. They will survive with some tending. Chugi decides to name the Frembo and names her Frembolina. She then gets out of bed and tends to Frembo's flu. It will recover in time. The first room of the Gravship is almost done. They work together to build a wooden bed and some furniture for it. The finished bedroom is temporarily given to Maria so she can recover. Another room in the Gravship is completed and given to Chugi. You're welcome, Chugi. Later that day, the colonists receive another quest. It's a quest to retrieve a grav core, a vital piece of tech for expanding the Gravship. Perhaps they will also find gravlight panels there and other valuable goods. They will have to travel there with the Gravship in order to retrieve it. A mission for a later time. Late one evening, the colonists receive a call over the comms. It's one of their old guildmates, Jeff Portnoy. He's making a desperate call for help. He is being held captive in a heavily armed prison camp by the Evra Coalition. Looking at that world map, Jeff is being held to the southwest of the landing site. Although rescuing him will be hard, they will not abandon Jeff in his hour of need. With careful timing and planning, they can rescue him. But first, they need to prepare. They can only hold the holds down until they're ready to free him. Maria has recovered enough to leave on her own. Even though she still suffers from food poisoning, she's determined to get back home. What a trooper. You inspire us, Maria. John Ray is given the now empty room for his own use, and he wastes no time going there and going straight to bed. While working on the Gravship, Virgil crashes out and wanders around in a daze. It seems that he's upset about not having enough food to eat. Chugi also decides to crash out. She too is upset about the lack of food. She throws a tantrum and decides to smash up random things around the Gravship. After a few hours of smashing things up, Chugi stops her tantrum. She grabs a package of raw meal to eat and goes straight to bed. In the meantime, Twin works hard to repair damage she's done to the ship. Hang in there, Twin. Some friendly tribal traders from the Olga Alliance have arrived. Perhaps they have some useful goods for sale. Soon after, the colony receives a quest. It's a kill quest for 9 wild wolverines. If they accept, the wolverines will arrive at their base in 5 hours and they'll have to fight them off. Upon seeing that one of the rewards for the quest is a legendary book to organic farming, Kilios wastes no time accepting the quest. The traders can help them fight off the wolverines after all. It'll be fine. Late that night, as the foggy rain falls, the wolverines arrive, thirsting for human blood. It's time to fight. The colonists are drafted and wait for the wolverines to approach. The colonists open fire upon the wolverines. The tribal traders join them in battle and begin to loose arrows upon the wild animals. Kilios slows down the approaching wolverines with a psychic bird ability. Meanwhile, the tribal traders engage the wolverines in melee combat while the colonists provide covering fire. It's a brutal battle, but the wolverines are outnumbered and begin to fall one by one. The battle is won with no fatalities. Twin sustains a minor injury, and the tribal people are bleeding, but they have won. They tend to their wounds as the rain continues to fall. Kalios finishes off the dying Wolverines while Twin suffers a mental break and begins to wander around in daze. Perhaps he is still traumatized from the darkness of the glowforest, but he will recover in time. As the last Wolverine dies, a transport pod containing the reward falls from the sky. Behold! The Practical Guide to Organic Farming, Legendary Edition. Kalios wastes no time picking it up and carrying it inside to the safety of the Gravship, out of the rain. A worthy reward indeed. Dawn Ray trades the tribal people some Fremba milk in exchange for pemmican. They need the extra food after all. But later that morning, a group of raiders arrived at the lake, ready to attack the colonists. Kalios and John Ray head out into the lake to try to take the raiders out early. But it's too late. The raiders know someone decided to attack. Kalios and John Ray get a few shots off before they have to retreat. They manage to kill one raider and wound another. Kalios and John Ray retreat, trying to shoot the raiders when they can. Another raider is wounded, but they're still coming. Chugi and Virgil catch up, and the colonists begin to shoot at the approaching raiders, hoping to take them out. They shoot down another raider, but more are coming. They have to retreat. They take cover behind some rocks and trees and keep firing at the raiders. Virgil, realizing his revolver won't do much good from back here, decides to really rush one of the raiders. He tackles the female raider wielding a heavy SMG and begins to pummel her with his fist. The colonists provide cover fire as much as they can. Another raider falls. Virgil grabs the heavy SMG and tries to take out the raider in front of him. Kalios and John move up trying to get a better shot, while Chugi's hit and retreats. Then suddenly, Virgil is shot twice and dies. He falls into the cold mud below, the rain washing away the blood. This infuriates the colonists, and they move forward to try to kill the raiders and avenge their friend. Many more gunshots are fired over Virgil's dead body. The colonists desperately try to take out the last remaining raiders to avenge their friend. The raider that kills Virgil falls, and the rest of them decide to retreat. The colonists pursue and keep shooting at them, intending to take down more as vengeance for Virgil's death. But they are slowed by their wounds. Donray shoots down a fleeing raider, but the other one manages to escape. Chugi tries to shoot down the last fleeing raider. Unfortunately, he's able to get away though. They are too wounded to pursue, so they let him go. Dawnray strips and loots the raider, taking his flak armor for himself. They have won the battle, but the colonists are heavily wounded and Virgil's dead. A heavy price to pay for victory. The colonists gathered loot from the fallen raiders and tend to their wounds. Shugi takes one of the surviving raiders prisoner. They still can hardly believe that Virgil is dead. Although he was with them for only a short time, he was still one of them. The least they can do is give him a proper burial. Dawnray digs a grave for Virgil, and after a quick snack he buries him beneath the earth forever. It's a sad moment for the colony, but they know they have to keep moving if they want to survive this. They can't let Virgil's death be in vain. Virgil gave his life to protect them. He will be remembered as a true hero to the Raiders of Dawnfire. And this will be where part 3 ends. Unfortunately, it's on a sad note. Progress continues on the Gravship, but the loss of Virgil is devastating. Can Raiders of Dawnfire recover from this terrible blow? Will they manage to rescue Jeff Portnoy? Find out next time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.